Hey guys, TPH here, just making a quick video for you guys, kind of covering my everyday carry rotation as far as pistols is concerned and a little bit of the why behind those. So we'll start with my first pistol ever. It is the Glock 43. I actually purchased this from a friend. It was like new in box, so I don't even know if he shot it at the time, but I had this for a long time. It's one of my favorites still. It's one of the most comfortable that I have in the hand. I have added some grips. The Handle It Edge series grips. I even put a little kind of cutout here for my index finger to practice with. Added some sights. These are Ameriglow sights that the front side does glow and then the rear side is blacked out. So something that I really appreciate with Glocks is the 3 safety mechanisms. There's plenty of videos on those that kind of go into detail around those, but especially as a new concealed carrier, not only was this fairly thin and stock, it does come with a 6-round magazine. Plus 1 in the chamber. So not only that, but just having it pointed down in some sensitive parts at my appendix there, felt really confident that this is not something that's just going to go off. So it's not going to have any of that P320 action that we're seeing in the news lately, and it's proven to be most reliable. It eats any type of ammo that I've fed through it, defensive or range ammo. And in terms of other upgrades, this is a magazine that has not been super reliable for me, so I primarily use it for practice at home. I don't really put any live rounds in it at all. So this is one that just kind of stays in my bedside bed for when I want to practice in my room. What I primarily carry is a +2 that's by Magguts. So it actually keeps the OEM profile where my pinky just barely kind of hangs on to it. So I don't have it here because it's got some live rounds in it. It's upstairs in a completely separate room because I'm no dummy here. We just practice with dummy rounds. And obviously, as you can see, I've got the TLR6 by Streamlight here on it. So the holster that I primarily carry this with, this is a Tolster with the dual monoblock clips. One of my favorite holsters. Very comfortable. I've added these little kind of pads. I forgot who makes those, but they're actually Velcro. So there is a pad that stick on here, but it tends to make it a little more bulky for me. So these are comfortable enough. I left them on there and enjoy carrying this pistol for sure. Kind of moving forward, I wanted to get myself a optic ready pistol for carry. For some reason I had it set that I want something, optic ready, but I won't carry a light on it, so intending to carry it during the daytime. So maybe that's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea, but I've got different uses for each of these pistols. That I'll go into a little bit of detail on. So haven't changed much on this one except for an Apex trigger and obviously that Holosun 507K that I've added on there. I'm a big fan of it. It has proven to be very reliable. The battery has lasted me a couple years. I changed it out maybe a month or two back. But the sights are also great in the event that something like that the battery dies. You still got this glow-in-the-dark bright tennis ball as a front sight with the U-notch in the back. So excellent pistol. Just got this 15-round mag. I've only been using it for practice so far because I haven't had a chance to get to the range recently to really test the reliability of this 15-round. But excellent addition here with 15 rounds in such a small package for maybe a home defense setup or something like that. After that, and going into a little bit of detail, actually, something just came to mind. So for a while, I was slow to adopt red dots, and the reason being it's a little bit of added bulk. I feel like, irons, I can quickly find the front sight. The chances I will need a red dot to shoot at distance are very slim. You hear the statistics that most defensive shootings, I think it's 7 yards or within 7 yards, something like that. But then I heard the story about Eli Dickin stopping a mass shooter at a shopping mall. It was something like 40 yards away, and he landed 8 of his 10 shots, which kudos to you, Eli Dickin. That's impressive. So I saw that, wanted to have an option. Obviously, just having that single point of aim that you need to put on, just that red dot right on target, assuming it's zeroed in and, you've tested your ammo reliably. Being able to hit something, a 9mm with a micro 9 at 40 yards, not only once, but 8 out of the 10 times in a stressful environment when someone's shooting at a mall. That's excellent. So I really wanted to have something like that in the event that something like that occurred. In the event that someone is less than 7 yards, trying to get their hands on me or something like that, to rob me, something like that. Probably not going to need it, so just probably going to point and bang generally. Hopefully that never happens. Hopefully I'm only shooting a distance for fun at the range. But I like to be prepared. I like to be capable of shooting, hopefully that 40 yards if it ever came to it. So that was kind of the why behind, myself wanting to adopt a optic-ready pistol. And then when I wanted to start getting into pocket carry, I went with the Ruger Max 9. For my frame, I'm just shy of 6 foot tall. Athletic build, I'm actually at my heaviest right now in a healthy weight, about 180, 185. But normally, if I didn't work out or eat as much protein as I do, I'd probably be in the 150, 155 range. So something like this tended to be a little large in my pocket. But I just tell myself, I'm never looking at someone else's pocket to see if it looks like they're carrying anything, but can't help but, feel a little paranoid that everyone's going to know I have a pistol in my pocket. But nonetheless, that was my intention with this one. It is optic ready if I ever wanted to add an optic to this. It's also 9mm. And then I have this Kydex holster made by Vetter called the Pocket Locker that, quite perfectly covers that trigger guard there. So not that I'm putting any keys or change or anything else in my pocket when carrying this, but that's definitely something that, keep in mind if you carry in your pocket. With a fabric holster, fabric can bend. Bending can get in the trigger guard. You're shoving this in your pocket. It's not going to be a good day. So I did another video on my ASS pistol that I carry. So ASS being athletic wear, suits, and also summer wear. So if I'm wearing maybe some shorts, or I'm wearing some joggers, basketball shorts, or I'm wearing a suit, going to a wedding, something like that, I want something as small of a profile as possible. So even when I primarily carry this, I don't have this pinky extension on here. It's a flush mag, so it's even smaller profile. And then I love these ulti-clip holsters here. They just snap right on and they hang on for as long as you need them to any type of fabric. So if I want to just throw it on a pair of jeans with no belt, or like I said, athletic wear, summer wear, suit, something like that, it's super easy. And I do also have a similar Vetter pocket locker holster for this, so I can just slip it right in my pocket, which is great if you're wearing shorts, you're going out on a date, something like that. I don't literally forget that it's in my pocket, but sometimes when you're carrying appendix, at least for me, I'm constantly thinking, is my shirt still covering it? Am I printing? My mind goes to it often. Hey, is there any indications that I'm carrying a firearm to anyone else? So with this, nice little 380, I'm a big fan. It's something that as close to forgetting as you can be that you have a pistol on you. This little guy definitely gets me there. So big fan of this. Watch my separate little short video that I put out a few weeks back. Let me know your thoughts. Do you trust 380? Would you be open to carrying something like that? Does it have enough stopping power? But if you feel like I earned it, leave me a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what is in your rotation and what type of content you guys would like to see, because I like making these videos. I'm going to keep making these videos, and appreciate all you guys. Thanks.